Yo, actually, are you excited for next week?
What's meant to be popping next week?
Alicia Keys versus John Legend.
No. Not exciting me. Exciting me. Right now, like I said, like right now, this would be the perfect time to do J. Cole versus
Kendrick.
This would be the perfect time for that, in my opinion.
That's a lot of catalog, boy.
That's the one for me.
That would be a clash still.
I'm not like a huge fan of Alicia Keys.
Sure.
Yeah, and John Legend, like at all.
I'm not educated in much of John Legend's catalog, to be honest. I'm not even gonna lie.
I find him annoying. And Alicia Keys, I feel like she has maybe 10, and then maybe out of the 10, maybe 4 might get replay value for me, and not regularly. So for me, it
features. She that include does that include features as well? 10 plus is in features as well, though. She has got some features that you could be. It's okay, like, you know what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. They're okay.
Yeah, but they could run in a clash. That's what I'm saying. They can still run.
Yeah,
yeah. Like the one with Eve, the one with
Jigga,
the one with Maxwell.
Yeah.
There's a Maxwell. Yeah.
And the one with Ursha.
Yeah, but that was already expected though. Get me?
That's what I'm saying. For me, that's it.
So
it's not that. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not that for me. And John Legend, he has some cool stuff with Rick Ross. That's the only times that I rated him. The only other shit I rate from him is his flagship track, Ordinary People.
Oh, okay. Yeah, to be honest, that's his most popular song. So.
I say that's his flagship tune, so you can hold that.
I said, hold that.
You know what I'm saying? You can hold that. Other than that, that's it for me.
Yeah, you used to.
Times like now should be Kendrick and J. Cole.
Yeah, man.
Versus battle, but they're out in the streets. They're busy, so.
They're busy, man. I think it will happen, but it's just if they want to, in it, because I ain't heard anything from Kendrick or Cole unless in how long?
It's coming.
But
it's coming.
I think they're gonna do something a bit more like they're gonna do it together. You know how Beanie Man.
Okay, like that. Yeah. They might.
They might do it like that, and they're gonna do it maybe do it what combine the Tory Lanez thing. When Tory Lanez did a actual live performance in on YouTube, and everyone was donating. They might do that. They might do that.
Yeah, they need to do something.
But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get something. But 111, big man, we here.
111.
111, bro. 111. Get me. But yeah, we got Mars back in the building, blood. The OG. The Yardman Skankers.
The Yardman Skankers, get me.
OG gang shit. You know what I mean? But nah, man. We've already covered a little bit about what's going on, but you and Yings, we're meant to have Yings, but I don't know if Yings is coming on. We'll see. We'll wait. But you and Yings have been doing IG lives, just have conversations. Get me? Called
yeah.
So
is what it is.
Yeah.
Iwi TV.
Yeah. So that's always a good thing to see when a man them are just joining in and just having vibes. Let's do something and just keep going. You get me?
That's it, man. Have conversations, man.
Yeah, open conversations every week on a Fridays. That's always vibes. But how are you dealing with talking about this whole scenario every single, not just every week, every day, bro. You see it everywhere. What's going on? Like, especially as a parent, bro. Like, that's different. That's, you know what I mean? That's different, bro. So,
like, all right. So, like, to be honest with you, yeah. You see, like in my downtime, all I do is like look over Black history, and just kind of plug myself into like stuff like that. So, for me, seeing that everybody else is seeing the ones that are still keeping that ball rolling with putting out information, putting out interviews back in the 60s and stuff like that, and showing that awareness, I'm glad to see that, you know what I mean? And I'm glad to see that it's still going, even if it might be painful for some, or annoying for some, or boring for some, but this is our life, period. And I was saying something like when I was having one of my team briefs, and I said something to my manager, again, to everyone, and I was saying, look, one thing I bet you guys did not think of when you came for your interview, but when I came for my interview, I noticed so many turbans, big beards, so many people of different ethnicities, Black people, young people, old, young, different ages. Now that was the key point for me, why I made my choice, why I want to turn around and work for the company that I work for. Do you see what I'm saying? And like, she was like, yeah, that's mine, because that didn't go through my head at all. And I was saying that exactly. So I just say that to say every part of our day as a Black person, that side of things, of the racial war that we're under is like there 24/7 regardless. So the fact that I'm seeing it on my timeline and stuff like that, I welcome it, because people need to know, man. They need to know, like it's not something that you could just sweep under the rug, and that's being swept underneath the rug because we deal with it so well. Or it might seem that we are still the trendsetters in the world, or whatever the case may be. Like, nah, fam, it shouldn't take that long to get there, or it shouldn't, like. And one of the first things that I thought of when the passing of George Floyd, and you know, how well the other, like a lot of passive people, and people that didn't really say much, they're saying a lot of stuff now, and they're being more open to kind of like hear our story kind of thing. And the thing is, what I've been saying is that you guys don't understand, like, you people who might love Idris Elba, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather, Stormzy, Marlon, like everyone. Do you understand that they're just clipping, man? They're just clipping. Do you know how much more? Like I'm saying, all these great things that we might have, you know what I mean? The Kanye West and the Virgils for the Off-Whites and stuff like that. Like, you understand that they're just clipping, man. Do you know how much we could have given to the world if they didn't have all of our man behind bars for some bullshit, or they wasn't clipping, man? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, or they wasn't holding man back. So for me, yeah, nah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's just something that I just feel like, as long as people still having that mind open to it, don't block it out, because it's reality. It's reality.
100%. Like, because obviously everyone knows, like, the recent protests of, like, white lives matter per se. It happened in London and stuff like that, and I woke up to that. I woke up late on the weekends. You know how it is, man. Then wake up late. Like, no man was waking up at 7, 8 a.m. when you got nothing to do and you don't have no work. Like,
That's me though. I'm early bird, man.
That's different for you, but for me, on a weekend thing, nah, man, sleeping till like 12, like, at least minimum.
Yeah.
But I woke up to it and I was like, shit. The UK is literally not engaging their brains, bro. That this country is dumb racist.
Yeah.
Dumb. And I've been saying this for years, bro.
Yeah.
I've been saying, I've just been like, obviously I don't make comments when I don't need to, but
yeah,
I know it, bruv. I've known this.
oh yeah.
So I'm saying, so I'm like, the fact that the UK, because I've had interactions with white people that are racist. Man came to a bar, yeah, a bar with loads of different ethnicities and like pure vibes. You could see bare people of different ethnicities there. It was a full moon. You know the one in Stokes, full moon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it half moon or full moon? Sorry,
Full
moon. You know that's very like diverse when you go there.
Yeah.
Super diverse. My man's coming in with a vote for Trump 2020 thing. T-shirt, bro.
Just
Casual, bro.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, fam. Like, this is how, because when I went to the march, I went to the recent Bristol march as well, and I saw all the man them, LJ, Zach, and everyone like dapping them up, and Giovanni and all these men like doing footage and showing the man them, like showing the world, that Bristol's different, and that was one of the speeches for one of the people as well. Like, in Bristol, we do things different over here. We don't run them type of things over here.
Yeah.
And it's a fact. Fact, bro. So, with the whole of the Edward Colston statue going down and that whole, we are a catalyst, and we should be proud that we've been put on the map. We were already trying to put ourselves on the map. You know this. Man's been on this, but it's hard.
Every time Bristol have an opportunity to show out, we show out though. You feel me?
100.
Every time Bristol always and like I said, I know it might be small, but like I said, bro, like I was like on Twitter, I was like, well, I guess we'll be seeing you lot at St. Paul's Carnival next year, then, innit?
Yeah.
So I've been telling the new this new generation that's coming through now. I've been trying to tell them,
not just that. I've been telling the man from London, yo, come to St. Paul's, you'll know vibes.
Yeah,
you'll know vibes. We're there until midnight. The next day.
That's what I said. The thing is, see St. Paul's Carnival. Yeah, St. Paul's Carnival was like the second one in the UK behind Notting Hill Carnival. Yeah, in terms of like when it started, one of the like when all of us came over here and all of that stuff, and we started to build our communities and whatnot. Notting Hill was first, Bristol was second. Bristol used to go for 2 days, but like through the night 2 days, like it didn't used to stop. Yeah, DJs will come and just change off, and you get me, and switch sets, but all through the night from from Saturday straight through to Sunday. It used to go on all night, like, and then they started stopping it, and then started going to like 3 a.m, then your 2s and your 1s, then midnight, and it's been the midnight. We've been at the midnight tip ever since then. Now we can't really get anywhere later than midnight.
Nah. So I've been to one. It was like 1 a.m.
1 a.m. Yeah.
I remember that one. I remember one like that. But usually it'll be like midnight. Maybe earliest is at least 11:30, 11:45,
or something like that. Yeah, they might try.
Earliest.
But that's the thing. Like, I'm used to like at the same time, like because I make so much of like Notting Hill. Because Notting Hill finishes at 7, so I'm out there by like midday, 11:30. Like I'm out there in Notting Hill getting the whole thing. You get me, like way from early, because it's finishing at 7. Whereas Bristol Carnival, you could kind of
take your time.
Could stroll in, take my time. You get me.
Man, them can stroll in at 4 p.m.
4 p.m, catch a little bit of the sunrise. 9 p.m. now, it's getting dark. It's a different type of game now. It's
not even now. That, bro.
It's Fest now, isn't it?
St. Paul's Fest, yeah. Man can roll up there at 3 p.m, 4 p.m, calm. Get your key. Everyone knows just go to everywhere you need to go in St. Paul's, but the last stop and the main stop we have to stay at is Campbell Street.
Campbell Street.
And that's the only place you need to be at. From then, after that, stay there. Make sure you got liquor. Make sure you got vibes. Because there's always, you'll see the whole ends. You'll see everybody you haven't seen the whole year there. It's a fact. And we are the testaments of telling stories of this shit. Like,
I'll give you
mad, bro.
I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you like a little history lesson.
Come.
When it comes to Campbell Street, let me see if I can find it.
Because
it's funny you say that, because I tweeted this I tweeted this not too long ago. That's why it should still be on my media.
Okay.
It should still be in my media.
Nah,
I
it's
tweeted
nice
not
to
too long
educate
ago.
people, them, innit?
Oh, where is it?
Because we need to tell people that, yo, Bristol ain't the only one that's we can't just be the known people that the known city that started this take off the statues. We have to be with someone else as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where is it? All right, so yeah, we're talking about Carnival, right? St. Paul's Fest. And Reams goes, yeah, '08 to like '10, Campbell Street was the spot. And then there's one particular year where Inkham was going off. You wanna see?
Oh yeah, I remember Inkham. I remember Inkham still.
Yeah, here. Campbell Street, the start. First, that was us, man's first DJs on Campbell Street.
Mad thing.
Yeah.
Mad
because
thing.
before Campbell Street, it was Inkerman.
It was Inkerman. I swear. I heard stories. It was Inkerman.
Inkerman was the spot. Yeah,
that was near.
But it was right outside Inkerman, not where the last times you've kind of seen Inkerman and you have the stage up by like the side bit. Like nah.
What was the Jamaican
right
place
outside.
that's near there? There was a Jamaican place near there, innit? A Jamaican restaurant, Jamaican shop, whatever it was.
Seed,
yeah, there you go. I remember
Seed would have certain too.
Yeah.
Seed would have certain too, but Inkerman was a spot. And then we came when we started DJing because we had Hennessy Fridays going on. So we started DJing from Hennessy Fridays and Black Swan. So we had our own sound in terms of like Unique Star and stuff like that. Like we were using their sound. Again, another history lesson, fam. This is the community in Bristol that we're showing right now, yeah. So I don't know if this is real good, but that's like my dad, Sky Juice, Mikey Dread, DJing in Malcolm X Center, 1999, November 27th. Yeah, like so their sound, the same sound that my dad used to kind of like play on and stuff like that. Into that, when we say sound, we mean when you see them big up. Yeah.
Oh, the big speaker Johns, where man can stand up on them. Yeah.
So when I say sound, that's what I'm talking about. So my dad used to play on their sound again. So my dad's DJ stuff, he still does his stuff today. You feel me? So it's crazy to know that we were playing and we had that link there. And then, we brought that to sense. So when you talk Campbell Street and where it started, fam, for our generation and what came after like that, fam.
100%. Man, them know the pattern when we come to St. Paul's, bro. Everyone knows if you get a trim early 6 a.m. in the morning, you best go home, shower, change, everything straight away.
Get out your ears and that.
Get it out the ears because you got to eat some hard food. You're going to drinking
line the stomach.
Line the stomach. Make sure you bring lots of water. Bruv, at least 2 bottles of water just in case. And bring your liquor in a plastic bag or in hand. I remember, man. I think I remember meeting you. Yeah, you were literally you pulled up to St. Paul's, and you had the Hennessy and the Red Cup, and that was it.
Yeah.
I remember them days, bro. It was mad, bro. It was mad,
man.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So, and hopefully, that this is going to be a catalyst of putting Bristol not just on the map, not just like known for starting this movement. You know what I'm saying? That might be the main thing, but
that too obviously that's going to be the main thing, but just so people will want to like invest in like the urban community that we have down here in it and make money down here in it. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people that's like secondary in Bristol, and by secondary I mean like, you know, they're not the ones that they're not the ones that want to be the promoter and stuff like that. People, it's even the same things. People say, you know what I mean? I'm not saying people say the same thing about me. I know in certain things with me, I'm not like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the promoter. Like, this is a place where I want to go and have fun. I want to be working. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, DJ. Like, why don't you still DJ? Nah, these are places I want to go and have fun. Do you know what I mean? I want to be working. You get me? Like, nah. So I feel like Bristol got a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? When they don't have the person being the pioneer per se, being the CEO of whatever it is kind of thing. You know,
do you think that's a problem? Do you think
Yeah,
there's
it
a
has to
problem?
be, man. Yeah, of course. Because if there were more of that, because we all support each other in that.
100, yeah.
It's just that there ain't enough of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I can only put it down to that. There's not enough people that really want to be the person to put on something.
Mm, mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like I'm just hoping, because every time people ask, they might ask you as well. Every time you're in like London or anything like that, like, what's Bristol like? What's Bristol like, or whatever? People be like, oh, they've never gone Bristol or anything, but they've heard some stuff or whatever. And I'm like, fam, just come carnival, and just come carnival.
That's why I say come carnival.
Come carnival. And they're like, wait, you got carnival?
Yeah,
They're confused. They're confused.
Yeah, and it's like,
bro.
it's not no regular car. It's like, it's not no regular. But that's what I'm saying. It's because they don't know. Yeah, it's because they don't know. Like Bristol, like there's like, there's 3 places that had like a big influence on the slave trade in the UK.
Yeah, Bristol is one of them.
Bristol's one of them. London's the other one, and Liverpool is the other one.
Yeah, Liverpool as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and from Liverpool, being it so far up, a lot of people migrated to like Birmingham and Manchester. So there's a lot of like Jamaicans in that ends as well. So when you talk
Brum, yeah,
and in Brum, you get me. So when you talk anything to do with like, if I'm saying anything like black wise, like in the culture, if I say like, you shouldn't be surprised when man says Bristol. Like, do you know what I mean? Because the core, you got core down here, core down here.
Yeah, well, you could definitely tell, just like from just St. Paul's in general, you could just tell from
the ends, yeah,
the ends, like when like remember, you know the story of just recently happened when they bleached that statue near opposite the taxi, opposite the taxi, you know that one, the taxi place.
That's Cabs.
Yeah, opposite Dad's
Is
Cabs.
it?
You know that statue that was there, they bleached it.
Yeah, hard.
Yeah. They bleached it, blood. I was like, this energy is mad. Because you obviously know that there's the little grass thing, little park.
Yeah.
And then people can go cross it or whatever, and then there's a statue like close to the middle of it. And I think it's been bleached up, but
I'm going in.
The fact that it comes in, fam, that's how you know how impactful the ends is, and you get me. So the fact that they have to go to your own thing and just be like, let's dash bleach on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. Like, hopefully, that I just hope that this is a starting point for us in the city. Like, that we're gonna set some trends and get people noticing us, because it's been too long. Get me? It's been too long. It's been too long, and you know that hands on. So you've known this for what, years longer than me. So you definitely know that it's different. It's different over here. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. But like, obviously going through the protest that happened a few weeks ago, like it was never, I never found anything like crazy, in a sense of just to tell people that of the protest that happened in Bristol, like being there firsthand, just like there was more conversations that were happening towards us in general, like amongst friends, than ever about what's going on, about obviously the equality stuff, and how can we push for more things. Like people actually even open to tell stories like of them being stopped by police, like while driving, fam, because of nothing. They had, luckily enough, like one of my boys, like he said he got stopped by the police. Luckily enough, his child wasn't there, because they cuffed him outside, bro, outside his car. Took him outside his car, cuffed him, sat him on the pavement. Get me? Imagine, bro. Like, and imagine, bro. This is what I'm saying. So luckily enough, there wasn't there, but and it never got put in as a report. Like the footage from the cameras never got put in to the feds.
Yeah, they ain't doing their job.
They ain't doing their job. So we're not stopping about this conversation, which is amazing, because now when we're around other people, they can openly have a conversation, even though it's uncomfortable, possibly to them.
Yeah.
But it's an open conversation that we ain't here for malice. We're here to give knowledge. So it's good. It's good. And then you obviously have people that are very angry still, and it's natural. It's an emotion that we cannot control, especially in these times, because the catalyst it's justifiable to be angry. So like it's justifiable. So for that to be it and be on it, it is what it is. Get me? So just hopefully that we can, bro. Like the whole speeches as well, powerful, bruv. Like, you know, and then because from College Green, obviously during that time, go through the center, past the statue where that got taken down by a different group, go straight to Castle Park. They were still doing speeches, and they got a young girl to do a speech. She was crying in the middle of it, saying like, what's going on? Why do I have to go through this? Why do my friends have to go through, my family members and like imagine a young girl, bro, like at least not even in secondary school, blood.
Okay.
Imagine that, bro. Like imagine that was your kid, bro. That's impossible, isn't it? Impossible to think.
No, but not even, because it is. She's gonna. My daughter gotta go through it. My daughter gotta go through it. Gotta go.
But imagine seeing it though. Imagine seeing it, bro. Like, would that pain you a bit more? That pain you a bit? Because she shouldn't be going through this. Get me?
Nah, of course not. But like, a lot of people like that's not something that's ever crossed my mind. Like in terms of like, you know, like a lot of people will say stuff like, you know, oh, the world is so this, like, imagine having kids in a world like this and stuff like that. Like that phrase there and stuff like that didn't really go through my mind. Because it's the world, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let the world dictate whether I you know what I mean, like become a parent or want to, you know what I'm saying, like, or have that kind of burden on me. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, think about, like, if we're going by that, and what my people's gone through and what they who am I, bro? Who am I to be who am I to be too good to have a child in this earth? Who am I to be? Who am I, like, out of how many the ancestors that, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't think about stuff like that. She's gonna have to go through it. I wouldn't want her to be. The only thing I wouldn't want her to be is that if she was to go through it or anything like that, that she not be clued up. So 100. She kind of like, so she doesn't know how to. It damages her. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want her to be damaged by the things you see on face value, just like just the outer shell of the racism, the whole, like, obviously my daughter's light skin, so I don't want her to have the light skin dark skin thing, all that bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Or shit with her hair. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I love the fact that, like, my baby mum's like doing a natural thing with her, like, and not just like with herself, like she did the change as well and everything like that herself and those kind of things. So for me, it's like, as long as she ain't gonna let them kind of stuff there that the media push and stuff like that get to her, and I can clue her up to the point where, like, it has to be a bit deeper rooted to kind of get to her, then I'm okay, because the world is the world and we've been doing this for a minute now. Ain't not gonna change right now, because it's so deep rooted that, like I was saying when we were speaking before, so much people must feel embarrassed because you had your like people like that were like All Lives Matter, that didn't know in ignorance the stupidness that they was actually saying. I'm not saying that the one that's outright racist. I'm just saying the ones that were just like, you know, just passive to it, or it's not really that, it's not that much, just like the other, blah, blah, blah. They had the representation there yesterday. No one in the world has ever done an anti anti kind of like Black Lives Movement. You know what I mean? Racist. No one's ever done that. It's so if people turn around and say that they're being oppressed, no one's ever turned around and come out and did a protest to say you're not being oppressed.
100.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's stuff like that. Like, it's never happened. So for me, it's just at the end of the day, as long as she ain't getting that kind of, she knows a bit deep, she knows more, then it ain't gonna bother me, bro. It ain't gonna bother me.
As long as she's clued up, you think that the world ain't getting to her at all. Like, I think that
you don't get to me then, really.
Yeah, no, because like a lot of I've been watching like a lot of stuff on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. Like, a lot of kids are like they're getting their kids to speak on it, and it's do you have the opportunity just to be a child, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's
that's the thing, like, you do.
They do, but it's just hard to see them grow up so quick and be able to talk about this type of thing instead of talking about like, like, did you watch Cartoon Network? What was that? What did you watch this?
Yeah.
You know, did you watch Simpsons? Do you talk about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole, obviously back in the day when we were kids, like, talking about like, oh, do you like that girl? Let's get and all that. You know what I'm saying? Those conversations, which is like, especially on this time, it's just this time.
Yeah.
It's crazy. During this time, it's just crazy to see in like unrepeated sense. Because we're into our phones a lot more during these times as well, so it's hard to see, but at the same time it's a double-edged sword. Like, we have to have these conversations because there's no change unless we have these conversations, unless we see these things, because these triggers, people's triggers are different, and we have to get these triggers. We have to get to it. So, but it depends on the person. Like, when I saw this conversation about the anti-Black Lives Matter thing yesterday, that these guys were having a actual full-blown argument about why are you saying white lives matter when all lives matter. And the all lives matter guy was saying to the guy who's saying white lives matter, you're racist. To see that is mad. It's mad to me.
Yeah.
So imagine, bro. Like, and also I was seeing like I look like a lot of fathers were there bringing their children there, like, to show like what we are trying to stand for, and trying to put that in their head, bro. And I just looked at it and said,
you're seeing it front hand right now. Seeing how
we always hear
how
stories. We always hear stories, and we always hear people from their side, but to see it in real life, bro, that's how
you're seeing it. Yeah.
Mad, it's mad to see, fam. Because hearing stories is one thing, but to see it in real life is crazy.
Yeah, like,
and
we're man, they're racist,
but we've been knowing this. But for other people online to see and be actually a bit more clued up and see what it is, for that to happen is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
let's get them a little bit of booze. You get me?
Yeah. Stella Artois is gonna have to play. What's the lager? What was the Strongbow? Them man there.
Strongbow as well, yeah.
Them man there are gonna, bruv, they got a lot of explaining to do, bruv.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Hopefully, like, what was the other one? The green joint, the Carlsberg. Was it Carlsberg? That's the next joint. You never see a red stripe around these, man.
Nah, never see a Guinness foreign exchange. You get me? You ain't seeing no Guinness.
You ain't seeing no Maggie in there.
You
You ain't seeing
Maggie
no
in
Ray
there.
and Nephew in there.
You no Hennessy.
Nah, the Hennessy bottle, yeah. I don't know. That's universal, fam. You never know.
yeah, it's true. Nah, that might not be Jack Daniels, bro.
Oh, you can definitely see Jack Daniels. You'll definitely see. Maybe Captain Morgan, bro. Captain Morgan.
They'll beat that. They might go for Captain Morgan, but they ain't going for no Hennessy.
Yeah, it's mad that I don't drink Captain Morgan anymore. Like after I found out that so the white guy that's on there was a slave trader, a slave owner, or something like that.
Yeah.
Used black people or something like that. So I try to drink rum differently because there's actually a black owned business rum company here in the UK called Las Solas.
Okay.
And beautiful spice rum, beautiful, fam. Like man can drink it straight, blood.
Yeah.
Sippy cup thing.
Yeah.
Imagine, bro. In rum, we don't really do sippy cup like that. Henny, we do.
Nah. Everything else, but not rum.
Not rum. So that one is beautiful. I'd recommend that for anyone that's listening. If you want to support black businesses or anything like that, and especially in alcohol. Imagine, yeah, I was literally looking it up, yeah. Alcohol is the most consumed a lot in the black community, especially on a night out. Mm-hmm. And there's no black businesses on it.
Yeah. But we're like that. That's what I'm trying to say. We're like that.
It's mad.
We're like that. Trust me. We're like that. It's annoying.
But do you think like so some people like Ciroc and stuff like that, are they changing the game? I don't think they are because they're not own. Diddy doesn't own Ciroc like that, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, does he? Okay. Because before he didn't. I don't know, but because there's like Ace of Spades, obviously. What's Jay-Z's one?
Fifth.
Douce.
Like that.
Douce, 50s stuff. Birdman had a liquor at one point.
Yeah.
So.
But they're not like. But it's like Kanye was saying, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's not Ralph level. You know what I'm saying? Ralph level. It's not
Disney
that
level.
It's not that thing that's gonna be there for like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years. That's what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what he's looking for in terms of black owned. That's why he was getting so angry with the like that guy is one of my heroes, you know, fam.
Who?
Kanye.
Bruh.
It's
mad, isn't it?
People laugh. You know how that went viral for so long, him cussing out Sway. Only, like, no one really talks about it. No one really, think about it, no one really talks about that, you know?
It's a meme, more time.
Fam, he got crucified for that. Got crazy everything. No one doesn't talk about that. He's now a billionaire. Off of the same creps that he was arguing, Sway, saying, why is Nike not giving me my chance? Why are Nike holding me back? Why are they not allowing me to be great? You haven't got the answers, Sway. You haven't got the answers, Sway. Fast forward, cuts a new deal with Adidas. Fast forward, and he's and I'm not just saying he's a billionaire. How long has he been running the shoe game?
You see more.
Since he moved to Adidas, he's been running the shoe game. It hasn't just been.
He's at least top. He's there with Jordan. Top 2, top 3.
No, I don't count Jordan. You can't count Jordan because Jordan is like.
Oh, you see,
it's purely basketball. Because I'm talking like when you talk about trainers like Nike Air Max, Air Force Ones, the new Pumas, Night Shocks, Shell Toes, Blazers. When you talk all creps, the one that's still leading in terms of design, like still the trendsetter, still the one that everyone's following really and mimicking in certain ways.
Okay.
Is Yeezy. And it's like people, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, so like, bruh, all it is that Kanye was cussing about these things because that's the level that we need to be aspiring to be on.
He was doing it from early. It's like,
we should be backing each other to be that.
It's the same with like, I think that's how Virgil got his opportunity.
Yeah.
since the whole thing with Ye, they said, yeah, we might be getting another Ye. Let's not fuck this up. Because if we fuck this up, we're gone.
Yeah.
We're done. People are not going to mess with us when we do limited releases anymore like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when Nike is one of the most popular brands consumed by ethnic people, especially the black community.
Yep. Fam, everything is...
It's mad. It's mad, bro.
We're the brokest. Yeah? We're the brokest. We spend the most P. That don't make sense. Like as a race, a demo, like in the world, like black people are the brokest. Like you don't own nothing like that, and we spend the most. That don't make sense. At least spend, and that's what's like. At least, and that's why you've seen so much of a huge push towards, black owned. Put my money back into black owned. That's why you've been seeing. That's why you've been seeing Nats being one of the biggest narratives that ever since this thing has kicked off, because that's one of the main things that keep holding us back. And I was saying this to my baby mother the other day. It's due to how hard life has become. So self-preservation rules the land, and that's what ultimately each individual black person looks at when they can feed many or keep something going for it being black owned, that they choose when the next man comes, go on, you can have it, you can buy me out, you know what I mean, or you know what I'm saying, like it's sad still.
It's mad because I was
I know you like sneakers real quick.
Trust me.
I got the
the Air Forces one.
Yeah.
I was looking for a good price on those. I'm not gonna lie. But they're pricey, bro. They're pricey still. I'm not gonna lie. on my size especially, blood. Size 8, mad thing.
Yeah, size 8. I'm a size 7.
Oh, you're calm because that size is not too popular, bro. Not too. This is what I'm saying. That's not too popular, bro. Yeah, they're wavy. But like I was during the whole commotion, like with the whole when they started protesting in States, like people were posting this video of a possible, it was a Black Wall Street.
Yes.
And when they changed it to Greenwood, is it Greenwood? After it stopped after 20 years.
They did.
Yeah, they changed it. So the whole U.S. economy was so scared that black people were actually going to have their own economic power in their own community, that because they were too scared that it was going to overpower the U.S. economy that was mainly white. And because they were buying houses, there's a film as well of like actual these two guys running their own like type of business where they buy houses and sell them off, but they were using a white guy to do the deals, so they won't get turned away as much. I need to watch that film. Apparently I don't know if it's a true story or not, but when I was seeing that, I was just like, there can be power. Because fam, look at Asia right now. I was looking up Asia, bro. Singapore alone, blood.
Oh yeah, just all right. My guy's over there right now. You know what I'm saying? He's been over there for a while, working.
Bro, Singapore alone,
Yeah.
We have Singapore has so much power in economic value in their own, and it's an independent city, independent country.
Yeah.
Independent country, having that much power in your money that they will come. America comes to us and says, we want to do something there. How can we do it? Like, let's extortion up your thing, bro. Straight.
Run that up.
Run me my money, bruv. Because you fucked us up.
Yeah.
In World War.
Yeah.
During the World War, listen. Yeah. Look, people look at history. This is why I'm advocate for like Asia history as well, because Asia history, they don't realize that white man fuck us up too.
Yeah.
The white man fuck
Yeah.
my country. I'm from Philippines and my white people fuck. That's why I stand with my black people's bruv.
Yeah.
You know my thing. You know it.
Yeah.
You know what the reason
You get
was.
me? Yeah, fam. Come
Bruv,
on, man.
I know you. I don't know if you know the story of Filipino history. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Like a guy called David, David Fagan or Hagen, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
This was when the anti-black criticism or catalyst was being created in the Philippines to make them think that being dark skinned is bad.
Yeah.
And if you're light skinned, you're okay. It's
Yeah.
a good thing. But if you're dark skinned, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And they were calling us the N-word. They were calling us the brown boys, the brown girls. That was the perception and catalyst of what they were trying to create in the and this is the US, you know.
Yeah.
And a man that called by the name of David Hagen or Fegan, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering his name in history. I'm so sorry. But man said, nah, I'm taking me and certain man, maybe even myself, I'm not too sure. I think he was just himself. I'm supporting the independent forces of the Philippines to drive these men out.
Mm.
Guess what color he was, black?
What?
A black dark-skinned man.
Yeah. To drive them out.
To drive the whole thing out and create a certain independence created. Imagine, this is after the whole Spanish Inquisition, bruv.
Mm-hmm.
Because
From them times.
Yeah. This is after the Spanish Inquisition. This was during, obviously, like World War and stuff like that. Because our country's more Americanized than anything. But look at the history, fam. And you think we shouldn't be backing these men. Yeah. This power. I mean? When we were meant to be, remember, if you think about it, when you look at it, this is why I have a certain passion for my country, in a sense of, when you look at Asia, Philippines is not in your top 10, top 5 of countries that you would think first. What are the top 5 countries, bro, that you think of Asia?
You think Asia? Yeah, you think China, Japan, India, Pakistan.
They think Malaysia. And Thailand.
Malaysia, Thailand, yeah.
We're bro, there's more, blood. Bali, there's bare things. Yeah. Singapore, Hong Kong, there's other things, bro. Philippines is not on that top 10 list. This is why if people think about it, it might be a joking thing. I'm not too sure. People might this is going to be a little joke thing. Yeah, I used to say this back in the day as well. Like, Philippines is almost like black people of Asia.
Yeah.
Because look at history. Yeah, even before the Spanish Inquisition, we were actually dark skinned.
Mm-hmm.
We're meant to have curly hair.
Yeah.
We had this.
Yeah.
And then the Spanish Inquisition came in, fucked us up. White people came in, fucked us up. Gone, blood.
Yeah.
We're meant to thrive. And this is happening, bruv. So I was like looking at it and I was just like, shit. Like, we are, as a country, my country per se, is related to black people more than, it's deeper.
Yeah.
It's deep-rooted, bro.
Yeah.
Super deep-rooted. And imagine, people should know that the Spanish Inquisition was created because of the fact that it was more of a religious thing. Mm-hmm. They were killing more people that were related to, that weren't Catholics or Christian and so forth. And they switched that up to that, the way they identify to people that aren't believing in God was through the Spanish Inquisition, and say to the skin color. Imagine being a brown-skinned man and you don't believe, and you believe in God, and you get killed.
Yeah.
And imagine, the black community is hard when it comes to Christianity and Catholicism. It's mad. They believe in God. I swear, like, at least 60-70% of black community in the world believe in God.
God, yeah. Or Christianity
in general.
Yeah.
and them services are lit.
Have a good time. I come from church. I'm a drummer.
Them are at least in the 3-4 hour range.
Bruh, it's live.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is when I see like people discriminating like the Philippines and stuff, and like, you don't know history.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at our history. You'll see what going. Get me? You'll see what going. That we are more lit than every other Asian country than you think.
Yeah, trust me.
You know firsthand, bro.
I know firsthand.
You see what your boys doing out in the Philippines, bruv, in Asia. You know, fam. You know that we lit. We lit. So this is what I'm saying. Hopefully other Asian countries realize this. Like Korea has been doing, especially Black Lives Matter, Black trans, and transgender in general as well. So they've been.
That made me cry, fam. That brought a tear to my eye when I saw that one morning. That brought a tear to my eye because, like as a Black person, in this world, you only feel like I only feel at home when I'm at home. And when I say at home, I don't mean these four walls. I mean, like, I haven't been to Africa yet, but if it would be Africa or it would be the Caribbean, that's it. Like, can't go Spain and feel completely equal, like they get it.
I feel weird going to Spain, bro.
Can't go Portugal. I know I can't go Russia. I know I can't go Poland. I know I can't go Ukraine. Do you know what I mean? Like, Australia will be the same shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, everywhere apart from the obvious Caribbean or Africa. So when I saw that this one of them that morning, and I saw Black Lives Matter in Serbia or Serbia, or I can't even know, but
Korea.
Korea.
South Korea.
Black Lives Matter. What? Brought a tear to my eye, because I was just like, oh, man's not alone. Like, for the first time in a long while, I felt like, wow, I don't feel alone. Like, that's deep, fam. That's deep. You get me? So praise to them, you get me? Like, speak up, because that's all we ever really ask for, is just like, Lao shutting us out, like, this ain't nothing, like this ain't going on. Stop shutting us out like you didn't give man a job because you knew man was... Shut up, fam. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't stop lying. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it's the cowardness that they have to hide behind, like, whatever they hide behind. It's that kind of cowardness that I can't take it.
Yeah, like even with me dating Black women, bro. The criticism alone, fam, is mad. Think about it, bro.
Yeah.
You see how the ends work, and it's just like, wow. It's just wow.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have a conversation about that next week with the guests I'm having, because I think they need to hear it from a guy that's not Black, especially, because I can the man can have their own, obviously, opinions on that, but like, from a non-Black guy dating a Black woman, it's you have to be clued up, as you said.
Yeah.
You can't just go into this thing willy-nilly. Like, a lot of women have asked me, there are women that have asked me, like, do you date Black women? That's one of the main questions while I'm in the date.
Raw, is it?
One of the main questions they will probably ask when I'm on the date with them.
What, like a different race? A different race? Like a different race?
No, Black women will ask.
Black women will ask you, do you date Black women? Yeah, okay.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like a thing, because I've said this on the podcast before. Like, I've had a girl, like, say, when I was in a dance, I think I might have told you the story. Like, she's like, you're cool, whatever. It's like, yeah, you're beautiful as well. And it's like, oh, you're attractive for a non-Black guy. Think of that in your head. Bro, Imagine a girl coming to you and say, "You're attractive for a black guy."
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But they don't get chosen, innit? Like
It's a tough thing, but it's a tough thing. I get it, but at the same time, just feeling the whole thing of because just feeling like being on your own, like being with your own, like your own community, be with your black people. Cool, I get it. It's amazing, and you know what I'm saying. But there are people out there that need to be clued up when it comes to dating another race, because that whole, if you're cross-pollinating, different thing. You're crossing boundaries that are so dangerous if you say the wrong thing. Not just do the wrong thing. So you have to be very clued up. Per se.
It can't just be for no,
because there's tradition.
Thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It can't be just for no fun thing. You get me? Now, when you get to certain ages and within your 20s, you gotta be like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
It's mad, bro. I'm gonna have a deeper conversation with this, like with people next week. But like, that's what I think needs to be sorted out, because that whole thing. Like, remember Jane Elliott? Is it Jane Elliott? I'm not sure. Is it? When she said like Auntie Jane, bro. I wanna have a conversation with her, defo. But she's saying about like how we're almost basically like black people or something like that. It was on Red Table Talk or something like that. She was just giving gems, and she just said like the reason we were white is because we're not close to that equator compared to the people that are over there. That's why we're basically all one race, but just location created us with different skin tones. But due to again the Spanish Inquisition, white people and religion as a powerhouse. Religion is a different type of topic, but as a powerhouse caused the creation of racism, and it's man-made. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Trust me.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, but the thing is, we have to, as we said before, we have to get clued up. Yeah, we have to be clued up, bro. Family, everything else.
People gotta want to be gotta accept that they've been lied to, you know.
100%, bro.
You gotta accept. Think about how people had to deal with like knowing that they was lied to with like WWF, Father Christmas, stuff like that. Imagine like a grown ass man, like you know what I'm saying, like now having to be told that he's like really being lied to, like even down to like when you're watching some sports and they're saying this and they're saying that, and they're singling out the black guy with these kind of words and those kind of stuff like that. Like you're being lied to. It's a smoke screen, bro.
It's mad, bro. Because when we think about it, there's so much like other stuff that we could go into, but like, imagine, I was literally thinking back to like the black businesses and stuff like that. Yeah, when everyone was posting about it, so I did a little bit of look around of like whatever. Imagine there's companies that are owned by, there's construction companies owned by black people.
Construction companies
owned by a black person, bro. Restaurants owned by a black person. Clubs owned by black people.
Yeah.
But in the nightlife sense, bro, we closed down the companies closed as a people in general anyway. We close as a community anyway, as urban community per se, we closed down a lot of companies that are black owned, like black owned events, black owned things. Closed them down a lot because of our stubbornness, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that are people that are considered urban community, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's mainly majority black people, but you get the Asian man, the white man. That's a part of the ends. It's a community. You get me? So
as a community, we always bash apart, sabotage our own things.
Imagine, I was literally listening into this guy having a conversation. He used to own a big club, a popular bar in South London, and he was saying he lost his £700,000 investment due to one guy coming in drunk,
and
stabbing another youth that he doesn't know and walk off.
Yeah, see it there. Crazy, isn't it?
When I saw that, I said, yeah, this is different, blood.
Mm-hmm. Different. It's gonna be tough, but it can be done. Bro, like, pump that money into the black-owned businesses and that, man.
Yeah. Do you think that not just black-owned business, but successful black people need to be shown as well, or like?
Yeah, but
because how do we as a community? How do we as a community change that perception that it's not just being rappers or diss trappers or whatever is the way to success? Because that's the perception in social media or in the world in general. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the perception because it's quick and it's a lot faster, and there's not many routes that's basically blocking you than the same routes that's blocking you in general life anyway. You know what I'm saying? So the best way you're gonna get that is to start from the home, man. You know what I'm saying? Starting from the home, seeing good role models actually get through, but it's hard to get through. It's not easy.
100%. Like, not easy. But like, do you think that we need to see more? Because I was listening to a Half-Cast podcast by Chucky and Poet. They've had people that are mainly bankers, business execs, and so forth on there that are black, showing that, but they don't flex.
Yeah.
So, do they need to be flexing? Do they need to be flexing? Because I'm gonna bring someone in after this convo.
Yeah, no. I don't feel like they need to. I don't feel like they need to. Like I said, it's the mindset, innit? So if the mindset can be tackled, then yeah. And I feel like that starts at home.
Hopefully we can change that sooner or later, innit? But let me